we think of human evolution, we often imagine the long journey from primitive ancestors to modern Homo sapiens. That process took millions of years. But what if we look ahead instead of behind? What will humanity look like 1,000 years from now? AI predictions about our future evolution paint a picture that is both extraordinary and unsettling, as biology, technology, and the environment combine to reshape what it means to be human. The most immediate factor driving future evolution is technology itself. Unlike our ancestors, who adapted slowly to nature, we now reshape ourselves. Advances in genetic engineering already allow scientists to edit DNA, removing diseases or enhancing traits. In the next millennium, these techniques could become routine, giving parents the power to design their children's physical and mental attributes. Over generations, humanity might evolve not through natural selection, but through intentional design. We could see humans with enhanced intelligence, resistance to illness, and physical endurance far beyond what evolution alone would provide. At the same time, the rise of artificial intelligence and biotechnology could blur the line between human and machine. Brain-computer interfaces, which are already in experimental stages, may become permanent features of human evolution. Imagine future generations able to access information instantly, communicate telepathically through neural networks, or even store consciousness in digital systems. By 2025, humanity may no longer be purely biological, but a hybrid species of flesh and technology. Evolution would no longer be limited to our DNA. It would extend into software, hardware, and digital consciousness. Environment will also play a critical role. As climate change continues to transform Earth, humans may adapt to extreme conditions. Populations living in hotter regions could evolve darker skin tones and resistance to heat. In colder areas, humans may develop greater fat storage or other adaptations to survive harsh climates. If sea levels rise and reshape coastlines, humans could increasingly live in aquatic environments, perhaps even developing technologies that mimic gills or other marine adaptations. Evolution, in this sense, would be guided not just by biology, but by necessity in a changing world. Perhaps the most radical factor in human evolution will be space colonization. Over the next 1,000 years, AI predicts humanity could settle not just one, but many planets across the galaxy. Each world, with its own gravity, atmosphere, and resources, would shape humans differently. On high-gravity planets, humans might become shorter and stronger. On low-gravity planets, they could grow taller and more fragile. Over centuries, these differences might create entirely new branches of humanity, distinct in both body and mind. The very definition of human could expand to include multiple subspecies adapted to different worlds. All of these possibilities lead to one profound truth. Human evolution in the next 1,000 years will not be slow, accidental, or purely natural. It will be conscious, directed, and accelerated by the tools we create. We may become stronger, smarter, and more resilient, or we may lose what makes us uniquely human in the process. One of the most fascinating aspects of humanity's future evolution is how culture and technology will interact with biology. Unlike in the past, where evolution was blind and undirected, the next 1,000 years could see human societies actively choosing their evolutionary paths. Some cultures may fully embrace genetic engineering and cybernetic enhancements, creating highly advanced post-human civilizations. Others may resist these changes, preserving a more natural form of humanity. This divide could lead to parallel evolutionary tracks. One group of humans that becomes increasingly technological and another that remains biologically traditional. This divergence could eventually create physical and social separation. Enhanced humans with greater intelligence and longevity might see themselves as superior, forming distinct societies with different values and priorities. Natural humans may struggle to compete, potentially leading to inequality or even conflict. Just as in history, when technological advantages created empires and hierarchies, future evolutionary differences could shape power dynamics on a planetary and interstellar scale. The question will not only be what humans become, but whether they continue to see one another as part of the same species. Longevity is another area where AI predicts massive changes. Today, the average human lifespan is between 70 and 90 years in most advanced nations. But within the next millennium, aging itself may become a disease that can be cured or slowed. Through genetic modifications, nanotechnology, and cellular regeneration, humans may live for hundreds of years. This would completely reshape society. With such long lives, education, careers, and family structures would need to be redefined. A person living 500 years would likely reinvent themselves many times, pursuing multiple professions and forming extended family networks spanning centuries. The very concept of childhood, adulthood, and old age would no longer resemble what we know today. AI also predicts that human communication will evolve in extraordinary ways. Language, which has defined culture for tens of thousands of years, could be replaced by direct neural connections. People may no longer need spoken or written words but could share thoughts, emotions, and memories instantly. This would create an unprecedented level of empathy and understanding, but it could also erase individuality. If everyone can access the same knowledge and experience, what does it mean to be unique? Evolution may bring humanity closer together, but at the risk of blending individuality into a collective mind. Space exploration will accelerate these changes even further. Imagine a colony on a planet with twice Earth's gravity, where children grow up stronger and more muscular. Another colony may exist in perpetual twilight, shaping humans with heightened vision adapted to dim light. On a distant world, humans may live in artificial habitats, evolving psychologically to thrive in enclosed environments. These adaptations, whether biological or technological, would produce civilizations so different that they may barely recognize each other as human. By 2025, humanity could be unrecognizable to us. The face of the future will not be one species, but many variations, shaped by choice, necessity, and environment. Evolution will no longer be a single path, but a branching tree that reflects every decision we make in the coming centuries. Perhaps the most profound prediction for the future of human evolution is the merging of biology with artificial intelligence itself. In the coming centuries, the line between human and machine may blur beyond recognition. Neural implants, brain-computer interfaces, and AI-driven enhancements could transform the human mind into something far more powerful than anything nature could have produced on its own. Imagine being able to download new skills instantly, communicate across vast distances without words, or process information with the speed of a supercomputer while still retaining human creativity and emotion. Such beings would no longer be limited by the natural boundaries of human cognition. This transformation raises ethical questions that will shape the destiny of humanity. Will enhanced humans still see themselves as part of the same species as unmodified humans? Will access to advanced technology be universal? Or will it create a permanent divide between the enhanced elite and the naturally born majority? Throughout history, inequality has sparked conflict, and AI predicts that these divisions could escalate into new kinds of social struggles. The survival of humanity as a unified civilization may depend on how these challenges are managed. Another aspect of evolution will be resilience. In the next 1,000 years, humans will likely face challenges unlike anything before. Asteroid impacts, supervolcanoes, climate shifts, or even encounters with alien civilizations. AI simulations suggest that the humans of the future may evolve or engineer themselves to withstand these threats. Some may develop resistance to radiation, enabling survival in deep space. Others may alter their biology to consume new forms of food, adapt to different atmospheres, or thrive in extreme conditions. Instead of being fragile creatures bound to Earth, humans could become one of the most adaptable species in the universe. Spirituality and philosophy will also evolve alongside biology. If humans live for centuries, merge minds with machines, and spread across galaxies, their understanding of existence will change dramatically. Concepts of mortality, identity, and even love may transform. A being that has lived for 500 years with memories shared across multiple consciousnesses may not think about life in the same way as we do today. Evolution will not only shape the body but also the soul, the essence of what it means to be human. By the year 3025, humanity might be unrecognizable to us, yet familiar in its pursuit of survival, curiosity, and meaning. We may no longer rely on natural selection alone, but instead actively design our future forms. Some humans may look like us, while others may be engineered to withstand alien worlds, live in digital realities, or exist as hybrids of flesh and machine. AI predicts that humanity will not follow a single destiny, but countless ones, branching out like the stars in the sky. The next 1,000 years will not just be about survival but transformation. Humanity's story will be written not only by evolution but by choice. And the greatest question of all may be this: when we look back a millennium from now, will we still call ourselves human? Or will we have become something entirely new?